very tight. You ready? Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me because I haven't did anything! No!
Welcome, everyone. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations, and recording the police in the course of their daily, whatever the hell they do, shall keep us free by holding them accountable. Now, you've heard of internal investigations. Of course, one of my demands for police reform is to completely end internal investigations. Or, if they want to do internal investigations, go to it. But they will not count whatsoever. Instead, external investigations are what is required. And I, Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations, am an external investigator of the police and their violence and their depravity. Now, this video today, where the police profoundly assault Jelana Dunlap Banks, is not only remarkable because of the extreme level of escalation that they do to this completely innocent woman sitting in her car doing her job for her employer. And she's checking out a suspected illegal dump at a property that her boss manages or owns. That in and of itself, of course, is wrong. However, what I want you to note, and this is extremely important, is to note how incredibly calm the cop is when he keeps asking Jelana, like, what's wrong? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you resisting? Psychopaths and sociopaths don't have a conscience. You good people, when you see something like this occurring to Jelana, what the police do to her, it tears you apart. It wrenches your heart out of your body. Every part of your soul feels compassion and for this woman, and anger and rage toward the police. But psychopaths and sociopaths don't feel those emotions. They can hit someone, kill them, and then ask, hey, what's for breakfast? This is pandemic and endemic in the police culture. Watch this video. And by the way, for those, once in a while someone will comment, well, why do you keep stopping the video? This is a commentary channel. I will put the video in its entirety that I'm reviewing in the description if you want to not see the comments or hear the comments. One last thing before we watch the video. Many people tell me how angry they get at seeing this. And rightfully so. At seeing the various videos that I and myself, it's I, myself, post, as well as many others post. Now, anger in and of itself, if you don't funnel and channel that anger to a specific outcome, then it could eat you up. The point of my videos and my focus is I do this not to simply get views or clicks, etc. I do this because I have a passion to make a difference in our world by creating actual police reform with your support. So channel that anger by immediately and consistently calling your local, your state, your federal politicians and demanding the articles of police reform. We can't let this be business as usual, ladies and gentlemen. There are tens of thousands of videos on YouTube that show egregious, depraved behavior by police and almost no accountability. So let's take any anger you feel in this video and channel that and take action. Always peaceful. Contact the politicians and demand reform because they are our servants, not the other way around. And one last thing before we watch the video. Do you know why I do First Amendment audits? I do them to remind the public servants who is their master, who's in charge. When someone gets elected to public office or they're a cop, they think they are at the top of the food chain. Nothing could be further from the truth. That's not how it's supposed to be. That is how it is being played out. But I don't accept that. That's why I do what I do, with the audits that I do, as well as the videos that I do, to remind people, to put them back in their place. We are the masters. We are the employers of these public servants, not the other way around. Let's watch the video.
You're grabbing my arm very tight.
You ready?
Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me because I haven't did anything. No!
On September 6th, police officers were looking for a man that they were chasing. And they stopped at Jelana's car because they're assuming she had something to do with what was going on and that she was perhaps waiting for them. But how they approached it was absolutely wrong, as it almost always is. Continuing.
Driver's seat, the car's still running. How you doing? I just saw you pull back over here. Any reason why you're back over here?
This is my boss's property.
You got any ID or anything on you?
Stop there for a moment. Crack to cops. Do you have any ID on you? What would that determine? Even if she gives the ID, will that determine, oh, I see your name, your date of birth, your address. You are definitely waiting for this guy who we're chasing. The whole point of asking for IDs, and by the way, Jelana had no legal right or obligation to give it to the police. Not at all. But why do cops demand ID? This is the number one reason, ladies and gentlemen, because it establishes dominance over you. They are demanding something from you, and when you comply, they are establishing who's who in the power dynamic. They're powerful, you're weak. Now, if you are legally obligated to give it to them, give it to them. Don't fight that. You won't win. But if you are not legally obligated to give it to them, do not. I have stood up for that numerous times, and I even had a gun pointed at my head with the cop having his finger on the trigger with the gun next to the temple of my head because I wouldn't give him my ID since he didn't give me and articulate any reason, legal reason why to do that. And then he arrested me. And unless we exercise our constitutional rights, they go away. Just like if we don't work out our body, our muscles get weak. They atrophy. Don't let that happen. Continuing.
Well, I mean, it's all fine and dandy what you're telling me, but, I mean, you know, it just kind of looks suspicious that you pulled out here in the middle of a field.
Now, is suspicious a felony or a misdemeanor? Don't think that because they say it's suspicious that you have to give up your rights. You don't. Suspicion is not a crime. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen, police officers cannot make you show your ID to them without cause, and they cannot arrest you unless they have a clear, articulable suspicion that you have committed a crime or are in the process of committing a crime.
All right, well, look, here's the deal, okay? I hunt fugitives, all right? I do fugitive work, okay? I understand that. I'm not saying that you're in any kind of trouble at all right now, all right?
But she will be.
But we had a guy run from us right over here, and it's just very suspicious that you're pulling up here. Your heart's about to beat out of your chest.
Sir, I have a lot going on.
Your heart's about to beat out of your chest, he says. You know why that is? Because she's got armed thugs with guns demanding an innocent woman doing nothing but living her life to now engage with police. Pigs.
I understand that, but I literally just explained to you that you're... well, I mean, I just told you that you're not in trouble or anything. What's your first name?
Can you step out of the vehicle for me?
Excuse me,
Can you step out of the vehicle for me?
Ma'am,
Step out of the vehicle for me.
Please stop.
Step out of the vehicle for me.
Now, here's where it escalates, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the cops want comply or die. Comply or we will put you in those torture cuffs.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Undo your seatbelt.
If you can let go of me, I will. If you can let go of me, ma'am, I will.
Undo your seatbelt.
And listen, she is willing to, and she shouldn't get out. I mean, not that she shouldn't. She doesn't have to legally get out of the car. But at this point, I would. And because there's no winning with this. But literally, Jelana is saying that just let go of me and I will. But the female cop is insisting on holding on to her because they want that power trip, that dominance over another human being, which they have no right to. And all the cop had to do was let her go. She would have undone her seatbelt and exited out of the car. The cops did the absolute wrong things here. Continuing.
Let go of me, ma'am. I will. Can y'all stop?
Okay.
Like, what are you doing? If you can let go of me, I will. If you can let go of me, ma'am, I will.
Undo your seatbelt.
If you can let go of me, ma'am, I will. Can y'all stop?
Okay.
Like, what are you doing?
A cop is not allowed to open your door unless he or she suspects you of committing a crime. Can I make that any clearer? The Fourth Amendment is supposed to assure that right. This cop blatantly shredded the Constitution, illegally violating her right to be secure in her persons and her belongings and her property. Right there, fireable, arrestable. And Jelana Banks already verbally communicated that her boss owns the lot, she is a property manager working for her boss, and that she belongs there. That's all the cop needs to know. And then, boom, move on. But they want to exercise compliance or torture. Continuing.
Yeah, it's unhooked.
Please stop.
Ma'am,
Please stop.
all I've asked you for is your ID so we can make sure.
You got me. Okay, all right. What are you doing?
Ma'am, step
Look at the level of force he's using already.
Then get out of the car. I will if you will let me.
Hands on,
You
not
will
allowed.
release my arm.
Get out of the car.
If you will release my arm.
Ooh, pause there,
Ryan,
man.
you get over there.
Pause there a minute. You see what the cop just did? It looked like he just took her keys, turned the car off and took her keys. Take a look at that again.
I've asked you multiple times. If you will release my arm. Release my arm.
Took her
If
keys.
you will release my arm.
Illegal.
Ryan, you get over there.
Completely illegal. Literally taking her property now. How is this tolerated, ladies and gentlemen? And it is. And the police will justify it. Our person did nothing wrong. Police unions will protect those people at all costs. Police unions are scorpions. They're rattlesnakes. I would call them a cobra, but I actually like cobras. They're rattlesnakes. They protect their people at all costs. This is so egregious. We haven't even gotten to the heart of it yet. Continuing.
Yeah, she's refusing to come out of the car.
Because you're grabbing my arm very
Okay.
tightly.
You ready? Okay. Now,
You're
hang on.
grabbing my
Hang
arm
on. Just
very
let her go.
tightly.
She ain't going nowhere now. Look.
Let me go.
Okay.
And
Now-
I'll get the out.
Okay. Step back and
Don't
let her
start.
Okay. Step
Okay,
out.
it
Now step
sure
out
is.
of, okay. Now
And
step
you're
out
not
of the car.
getting it because I know I haven't did it.
Okay, well, step out of the car.
Okay.
How many times have I asked you not?
Please, let go of me. What are you doing? Let go of me. Let go of
Look at
me.
what they're doing.
Let go of me because I haven't did anything. Let
Okay,
go of me.
stop. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Ma'am,
Give me my
stop
phone.
resisting.
Give me my phone.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Because we are kidnapping you. We are assaulting you. We are hands-on. We are hurting you. And you should literally just fall down like you're already dead. Then they'll be happy. It is human nature to resist tyranny, to resist an assault by two armed people. Now, my advice in situations like this is don't resist. You can't win. Just go through the motions, take it to court, get yourself a good lawyer, because you can't win in situations like this. But I point this out, I share this video, and how egregiously wrong this is. Again, these cops, they were given additional training on de-escalation procedures. Yeah, that'll be as helpful as, again, a rattlesnake being given a class on how not to bite people and inject their poison into them. As soon as they're out of that class, the rattlesnakes are going to go back biting people because it's their nature. Just like it's the police culture's nature to get compliance at all costs, even if there's no law broken. But once police make contact with you, then their sole goal is, number one, to get you to comply, to dominate you. That's against human nature. No one's going to dominate me. No one has higher authority over me because they have a freaking badge, a gun, and a costume. No one has higher authority over you simply because they have a badge, a gun, and a costume. If you haven't broken any laws. Continuing.
Ma'am, stop.
Give me my phone.
Stop resisting.
Y'all are hurting me.
Okay.
Stop. You're hurting me.
Banks is pushed against the car by the piece of shit cop, and she has a slam dunk case with all kinds of civil rights and constitutional rights and human rights violations here. Cops are not allowed to pull you from a car when you have done nothing wrong. There's so many things wrong in this video.
Stop.
You're hurting me.
Calm down.
No, you're hurting me.
No, I'm not. I'm
yes, you are. Yes, you are. She's hurting me.
No, she's
yes,
not.
she is.
She's not.
Yes,
there.
she is.
How the fuck can the cop be saying when this woman is screaming in pain and agony that she's hurting her, and the cop saying, no, she's not? Psychopathic, sociopathic, depraved behavior.
Do you hear I'm
I'm
talking?
105 pounds.
Okay, I understand
Why
that.
are you hurting me? I have not did anything wrong.
Well, just,
I have
okay,
not did
forgive me.
anything wrong. Let me go. I haven't did anything. Let me go. Let me go. Let me the fuck
Okay,
go.
stop. Why are you acting like
You
this?
are acting like this.
No, we're
There's one of my main points, ladies and gentlemen. The cop says, stop. Why are you acting like this? And he actually says it kind of calmly. Any other human being would say, if she wasn't acting like that, what's wrong with her? This is so fucked up. Continuing.
We're not. I'm talking to you. I've done nothing but talk to you calmly the whole time that I've been here. You understand? Stop.
Yep, I'm talking to you calmly while I am assaulting the shit out of you. That somehow makes it right?
Stop.
Somebody help me.
Stop.
Somebody help me. Help.
Now they're going through her things. This is absolute assault here. She's calling for help. She gets so upset, she gets nauseous, and then she's asking for permission to throw up, asking them to stop holding her so she can throw up with some dignity.
Help.
Ma'am.
Help. Let go.
Okay, whenever you stop acting like this, I will let you go.
Let go. Let go me.
Sit down. Sit down, please.
Stop. There's a guy throwing a f***.
Hey, sit
Don't let me
down.
go so I can throw
I'm
up.
gonna let you go.
Okay, dude. Let me go so I can
Stop.
throw the f*** up.
I'm holding you up.
I don't need you to hold me up. Oh my God.
Ma'am,
Oh my
why
God.
are you doing this?
Ooh, why
For nothing.
Again, you see how calm the cop is? Ma'am, why are you doing this? Psychopaths, they don't get regular emotions. They don't feel regular emotions. This encapsulates everything wrong with police culture. Why are you acting like this? Piece of shit cop. Why are you acting like that?
You're doing this. You started with me.
For nothing.
You
All
came
this
over
is for
here
nothing.
with me.
Ma'am, all this is for
I have
nothing.
not did anything wrong. What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong?
We are investigating
What am
you.
I being charged with?
We are investigating you trespassing on this property.
But I'm not.
Okay? And you have resisted, delayed, and obstructed our investigation. Okay? And resisted while we were trying to get you out of the car. Okay?
Because I know I did
I've done nothing but talk to you just like this the whole time. Okay?
Can you stand up for me? Don't stand her up.
I need somebody to call my mom right now.
Listen, go ahead and stand
I
up
need
for me.
somebody to call my mom.
Okay.
And here's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Where are the good cops? For all you pieces of shit bootlickers that may be watching this video, and all the cops watching this video too, and I know numerous cops watch it. Where are the good cops? It takes one good cop, who happens to be an armed individual, to pull away from this depraved savagery to an innocent woman and take his or her gun out, point it at the cops, and say, stop. I am now going to honor my oath and protect and serve a member of the community. And if you don't get your hands off her right now, I will use deadly force and stop you. That would stop those cops in their tracks. And if more cops did that, this wouldn't happen. But they don't do that. It's not a thin blue line, ladies and gentlemen. It is a thick blue line.
All right, go and stand up for me.
No, I need to wake up my mom.
Stand her up.
I need to wake up my mom.
Stand up for me.
Let me finish throwing up, please. Down.
Why are you so excited?
Because I know I ain't did wrong.
Why are you so excited? Excited wouldn't be really the term I would use. Psychopaths.
Y'all can over here with me. I know who property this is. My boss just bought this property at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Y'all talking about? Y'all don't even know. Oh, God, I can't believe this. Oh, Lord Jesus, I can't fucking believe this.
All right, we got some tissues. I'm gonna stand you up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go.
All right, here, I'm going to take your glasses out for a second, okay? Okay, I'm going to wipe some of the sweat off, okay?
The Supreme...
Oh, look at the kind police officer helping her by wiping the vomit from her mouth. It's like a cop shooting someone and then, but look, we rendered aid. We tried to save them before they died from our illegal murder. One of the things I want to point out is that the cops with a valid warrant can search your property or even seize it. But this is the big difference. There is no warrant. It was just suspicion. And everything they've done wrong.
All right, listen, look at me for a second. Right now, you're not in any trouble.
So why am I in handcuffs?
Okay, because right now, listen, I'm just looking.
Why am I in handcuffs if I'm not in any trouble?
Right now, you just being...
I know my rights.
All right, listen.
I know I ain't this wrong.
All right, right now, you're just being detained. Nobody's saying you're under arrest. Okay?
But what have I done wrong? I haven't done wrong.
Okay, so this is the thing, all right? We were over here in this area looking for somebody, all right?
Well, it ain't me.
No, it ain't you.
There's no human compassion toward this woman. She's just a piece of meat they're trying to get to comply.
Hey, so what do you mean?
Hold on a second. Let me finish. All right? He came over here to talk to you to find out if you knew anything about what was going on.
I just said I did it.
Right. Okay. And that's fine. We're going to do our thing, and then we're probably going to cut you loose, okay?
And I'm going to need that name through. Because all of that was unnecessary.
All of what?
Ripping my fanny pack off and trying to throw me out the car and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and stand up. Let me get you in a handcuff.
Look, what did I tell you when I was talking to you over there?
Okay, but all that did over there was unnecessary.
Okay.
I was talking to you, and I would have got out the car if you told me.
And did I not?
To get out the car.
Did I not let you get out of the car on your own? No, hang on. But did I not say?
But you have to do all that. Just because you a bitch around all males, don't mean you gotta act like you a daddy. Because you ain't. Best believe. Where the phone at?
The cops release Banks from handcuffs, and then they tell her fanny pack and her other belongings are in the car. Her lawyer is has filed a federal lawsuit against those pieces of garbage. And those are just indicative of cops throughout the entire United States. No different. Not one good cop amongst them either. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you do with that? What do you do with your emotions? The anger, the rage you feel? Channel it. Take action. Again, not violence. I never, ever, ever am supporting or condoning violence against anyone. But demand the politicians, the local, state, federal politicians, call them, email them, again and again and again, not just once. If 1/10 of 1% of the people in our country who are outraged by this contact and demand police reform, we would get it. This is Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations. Recording the police in the course of their duty and holding them accountable shall keep us free. Until next time, make sure to email me, make sure to subscribe. As well as I'm a growing channel, please share, please like the video, please comment. I appreciate you so much. Till next time.